650.
But it's the number of a man. The man.
It is the number of a man.
It's not the number of men.
You get what I say?
No, I don't get what you say. It's idiotic talk, that. Idiotic talk. Because if the Bible says 112,000 from each tribe, it's 144,000 and 12,000.
Alright, Shalom. Kalalalimla, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Bashem Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the Akim pushing this word in sincerity and truth. Peace, love, and blessings to the elect of the nation of Israel. Also, shalom to you, men, women, and children that believe and call upon the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Hopefully, this lesson is edifying. Alright, so we're gonna speak on Revelation 13 and verse 18. So you just heard a clip from a conversation or a debate between Mutabaruka and a Hebrew Israelite. Not sure what camp the brother is associated with, but Muta is basically pushing the point that Revelation 13 and 18 is referring to a singular person or a singular individual, which that is heresy, that is wrong, that is not the truth. But this is what you get from a lot of Rasta, where people look upon as having knowledge. Them like to reason with them use a lot of semantics in them reasoning. Sometimes them take things too literally. Overall, them not really know the truth like that. Them have a level of understanding when it comes to certain things, but them not all the way there. Right? So, we just come for give a quick little breakdown, because this can be a edifying, topic to speak on. Alright, so now I'm gonna read it and then we're gonna get into the definition. So Revelation 13 and verse 18 says, "Here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding." It says, "Here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666." Alright, so we're going to get the definition of the word man in this precept right here, and it is the Greek word anthrōpous. Right? Anthrōpous. Okay, now, as we said, this verse is not referring to one individual man. Right, much like Christians like to say the Antichrist and think that it is referring to one individual. You know what I mean? This is talking about a man. Salakia. It is talking about multiple people, more than one person. Right? If you read further up in the chapter, you will realize this. The Spirit would have to reveal it to you. You know what I mean? The Spirit would have to reveal it to you, so you can realize. So, that the beast, you see me? Because from the top, coming down when it refers to the beast, and it keeps saying he this and he that and his that. It keep on as a he and his, right? It is referring to a specific man-made system or a nation, right? What's this? Salakia, right? Specifically the nation of Edom, which is the nation that was prophesied that would be in power, you see me, in these times. Right? The nation prophesied to be in power in these times. Now, the number of a man can also mean, mankind, or symbolic of a whole nation or an empire. Seeing, as we said, the Greek word for man in the scripture is anthropos. And when you read, it says a human being, whether male or female. Seeing, so that just the beginning of the definition already I tell us, yo, it now refer to a singular person. You know what I mean? Because the word man in that context could also be referring to mankind. Seeing, it says generically to include all human individuals, right, to distinguish man from beings of a different order, of animals and plants. You see me? So there it basically the gist of it is man in general. So like the word man this is basically being used in a general or a collective sense. You see me? It is not one specific person, one specific individual. Seeing? Now, I'll go give you an example. So, say, not all the while in the scripture when it refer to man, it talk about one person or one individual. Seeing? We're going to go. Okay. This is Psalms 9 and 20. It says put them in fear, O Yahweh, that the nations may know themselves to be but men. Right? That the nations may know themselves to be but men. Right? So nation it a talk. So when you hear the word man, it's not always a talk about an individual. It can also be referring to a nation, multiple people. Right? Just because again, for sure you say, yo, the money I take things literally. Even when the scripture say, yo, the beast came up out of the sea, a lot of people literally feel like say one actual dragon are gonna come up out of the sea. It's not that is not what it's referring to. You know what I mean? The word sea go back to multitude. You see me? As a matter of fact, let me read that. Alright, so when we go to Revelation 17 and 15, so the sea are waters, right? These men actually take it literal, thinking that it will refer to, the actual ocean, you know what I mean? But in actuality, the scripture explain what the sea is referring to, or what the waters are referred to. Now, this is Revelation 17 and 15, and he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, right, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. Seen? Right? So the word sea or water is basically a symbolic language. You see me? And it often refers to people. You see me? People, diverse diversity. Well, not necessarily diversity, but people in general. Seeing? Let's leave it there. People in general, when you hear the word what, especially in Revelation, you see me? A lot of the times it will refer to peoples, different, people. Now, let's go back to Revelation 13. Last precept read Psalms 9 and 20. Right, so you read that for sure. So nations are often described as man, are men. Is me referred to, I should say, as man or men in the scriptures. Is me now when you go into who the beast is, because as I say, when you go back up to the very top of Revelation 13, seeing or if I say a little further up from the point, all right, to about 15, 13. Yeah. Okay, 11. Right, 11. Okay, no. When it refer to the last beast so come up, you know what I mean? He said him have 2 horns like a lamb, speak as a dragon, right, and exercise power. No, I'm gonna read Revelation 13 and 11. It says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon, and he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. Right? So, worshiping the first beast. So the first beast is referring to the Roman Empire. Seeing, but now we're in the revised Roman Empire, or the second term of the Roman Empire, right? That's why it says the beast whose deadly wound was healed, because we all know what happened to the first Roman Empire, the first Roman rulership. They eventually fell. Seeing Rome eventually fell, and Edom, the nation of Edom as a whole, lost their power. Seeing they weren't the feared nation upon the earth anymore. Seeing, but as the scripture say, him was released for a little season. Now, when you come to the Renaissance period, that's when Esau or Edom, alright, or the so-called white man, that's when they came back into power. Beginning in the late 1300s or the late 13th century, going into the 14th century. Seeing, alright, and until this day, right, them still in a rulership, them still have control over the earth to this day. You see me? And the scriptures prophesy that them are going to be the ones that are in rulership in the end. Seeing, as if you even go to second Esdras, right? Thus shall Jacob pull down Esau. See if we can grab it real quick. Right, so this is second Esdras 6 and verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he saith unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world. Well, okay, Salakia. Right, when Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Right, and even this precept right here, again cuts the whole notion that the scripture are referred to one single person, because in the beginning Esau was one man. However, when it mentions Esau now, seeing it refer to him descendants, seeing the descendants of Esau, which is the nation of Edom, and likewise it is referring to the descendants of Jacob, which is the 12 tribes of Israel, or the 12 sons of Jacob. Seeing, so the whole semantics and you know, whatever it is where them Rasta man alive to push, it don't work. You see me? Right, so yeah, so going back to the revelation, you know, Edom will be ruling the earth, as we say, and it's like a all-round rulership. You see me? These men have control over every aspect of everything what goes on the earth right now. Them man control the media, them rule the earth's economy. You see me? Military wise, them man are the one where these men are the ones who fund all wars. Right? These men have control over all countries. Right? As much as you see Russia and China and Iran, and all of them have one central power where basically I play the game, you see me, with these nations. Right? The whole war where you see I get brewed, it is orchestrated by the men that rule the earth. The man them we're in a rulership, like proper, true rulership. See? Right? The spot where these men are in right now, that's where Israel is going to be. Right? The only difference is that we are going to rule the earth in a righteousness. Right? And, them are going to get put back in the situation that we were in, 500 years ago when we were coming out slavery. Right, and even through religion, is me? Them money rule everything. Them have control over every aspect of the earth. Right? Again, Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Right? The wicked is who is in rulership right now. Seeing? Yeah, and just like that, the question is answered. The Revelation 13 and 18 is not talk about a single man. Right? Revelation 13 in general is not talking about one individual, but an entire nation. And that nation is who is in control of the earth right now. So with that, hopefully this lesson was edifying. We want to give our praises. Kala lalim la Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Kodash. The blessings to the apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the Akim pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. Much peace, love, and blessings to the elect, the 144,000 elect of the nation of Israel, and to the men, women, and children that believe and call on the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Shalom to you as well.